everyone, welcome to the Custom Apparel Startups podcast, and this is Hannah Rago.
And this is Jess Santiago.
Yeah, and I guess you've already noticed that we're not Mark and Mark. We sound a little different today. So we're going to be talking about how we make our videos today in this episode. So the reason it's not Mark and Mark is because we are kind of the gals that are behind the videos at ColDesi. Right. So we're just going to go through how we make them and go through our different steps and talk about a little bit about what we do with them. So you want to start out with kind of just how we get started?
Absolutely. So the first thing we do is we plan. So usually a week before, we'll brainstorm some ideas together. And usually this consists of us maybe getting inspiration from our Custom Apparel Startups Facebook group. We'll pay attention to any repetitive questions from customers that we see on our feed. And we'll try to answer some of those questions through our videos. Or sometimes, you know, when we get new products in, we definitely want to make a new video to show those off and what you can do with them as well. And then after we brainstorm and we kind of plan out what we're doing, we order our blanks and we prepare our artwork. So ordering our blanks is pretty self-explanatory, but preparing your artwork, there are a few things you need to keep in mind, especially whenever, you know, you're trying to decide what system you're going to use. So for example, when you're choosing artwork for embroidery, you got to keep in mind that these, it'll be digitized.
Right.
So, and for sublimation, you want to keep in mind that you want to keep it colorful. Maybe some portraits are good for sublimation as well.
You basically want to choose the artwork that's going to be best for that process.
Exactly.
Like today, or the other day, when we do sublimation mugs, we like to do portraits, we like to do bright colors, something that's just really going to pop out and it's going to show off what sublimation is.
Right.
For embroidery, we like to do a lot of monograms, stuff like that, just stuff that's really showing off that process.
Yes, and stuff that can easily be digitized as well. You don't want to choose a...
Portraits aren't great for embroidery.
Right, there you go.
Really hard to digitize a face.
Exactly.
It works, but it's not the prettiest thing you've ever seen. It's not. There's better ideas.
Exactly. But there is one common denominator between all systems. When preparing your artwork, you just want to make sure that you pick something that's colorful and that will look great on video and on camera.
Absolutely. Something that's eye-catching, you know? And a lot of testing.
Right. So we aren't in here every week sublimating mugs like every day or sublimating t-shirts or embroidering things every single day. So there are some times where we don't have any instructions to follow.
Believe it or not, we have other jobs. We don't just make videos.
Right.
We do some other things too. So yeah, we have to do a lot of testing. We have to play around.
Yeah, there's a lot of bloopers and we like to keep those as well, just so that, you know, if our customers have any of the same issues, we can kind of go back and see how we fixed it or got around it.
Most likely the things that we'll run into, most white toner printer users will run into those too, or most embroidery users will run into kind of the same problem. So bloopers happen, and we do like to keep them. You know, that's the reality. And I guess, I don't know, a good example, testing. I just the other day, so we have Galaxy heat presses now in Coleman Company. You know, it's something we don't use every day. They're new to us. The mugs, we used color changing mugs, so that was really fun.
That was brand new for us as
well.
well.
But it was just all new. So just a lot of testing goes into that. We like to make our videos, you know, seem perfect, but also practical. So we just like to play around a little bit, and it's kind of fun.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. Like, we learn a lot during the process of what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
So,
equipment we use? Yeah. So for equipment, we get this question asked all the time, even from our coworkers. People in-house are always curious how our videos are so crisp, or, you know, that's a
as we like to
say.
Say.
Yeah, a lot of people ask these questions, and we use an iPhone 11 Pro. That's the secret. We just use an iPhone, nothing special. We do like to shoot in 4K. There's a couple different options on iPhones, but it's really 4K or HD. And we kind of noticed that 4K just looks the best. It's super crisp, as we like to say. And then we use a ring light usually. I've also been using a softbox light a lot lately. The ring light can be a little harsh sometimes. We have a lot of screens. Our embroidery machines have control panels. So the softbox light has helped a lot. Good lighting is very important in video. Then we use lavalier mics. We're using them right here today. So this is what they call lavalier mic. It just hangs on to you. And there's a little receiver that's plugged into our phone that captures all of our audio. And we do also, a lot of the times, use a gimbal. The gimbal's fun. It basically just stabilizes the phone We move a lot in our videos. There's a lot of different shots and things happening, and I hate shaky videos.
Right.
So the gimbal was something that I just kind of like, first day was like, let's get a gimbal.
We need this.
We need it, yeah. So we did it, and it's great. They're great tools. Not necessarily things that you need if you're making videos for your business, but they're all really fun, and if you want to make fantastic videos, they all help. And
right.
And most of everyone has a smartphone these days that captures really great videos.
Exactly. So
yeah. So
so a little bit about where our videos go.
Yeah.
That's something that's frequently asked. So the big, I guess everybody always asks, okay, we see you on YouTube. Is that the only place that you have your videos? Yes and no. I mean, we do home our videos on Vimeo.
Right.
And that's good to share your links. You don't want to share a YouTube link to your video because once a customer gets to that YouTube link, you just don't know where they're going to end up afterwards. They might not even finish watching your video. There's certain ads, pop-ups, and a bunch of, on the sidebar, a bunch of different videos that our customers can see. So we usually recommend sharing a Vimeo link. But YouTube is fantastic to grow your channel, to interact with your customers, and really gain a following.
Yeah, I personally love YouTube, and you can also learn a lot from other YouTubers. But it's a fun way to also grow a personality, just to grow like a channel is what they call it. But Vimeo is wonderful. Also, if you plan on making videos and putting them, say, on your website, a great place to host those is through Vimeo. So you'll embed them on your website through Vimeo. And because of those being our two major places that we put our videos, web and whatnot, is we always like to shoot horizontally.
Yes.
So this is a little different.
Yeah.
So I would say a lot of people that are making videos now, especially business videos and social videos that are for social posts, vertical is the go-to.
Right.
They should be vertical. That's the best way to go. It's the best for viewing and for mobile usage. But because we make one video and we put it on so many different platforms, we do horizontal a lot. But I'll just say, if you're going to make videos and your big plan is social, definitely shoot vertical.
Vertical, absolutely, right.
Yeah, and I guess that just kind of brings us to social. Something important when you're shooting videos and you're thinking about a social presence is really quick clips, eye-catching. I know right now TikTok
is huge.
I'm not a big TikToker.
I'm not a big TikToker either, but
do you have a TikTok?
I do not.
Okay,
no.
I don't either. Okay,
I think that's a little bit like out of our age group.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, it's fun to like scroll on it sometimes. But the things you'll notice, and something that's like happening a lot is attention span is shortening a lot. So quick, short clips, eye-catching things is what's going to make your video stand out. If someone's scrolling on their Facebook, they're going to stop at the sparkles.
Exactly.
They're going to stop at the glitter.
Something that's eye-catching.
Yeah, they're going to, like our heat transfer foil.
Right. Our metal flake video,
Yeah, we did a video the other day on a new product on Coleman & Company. It's called heat transfer foil, and it's like rainbow, shiny, glossy. Did this really cute unicorn youth tee. This video, these clips, I've been using the clips in some different things. They're doing wonderfully because it's just so cool. It's cool, it's eye-catching, it's shiny, it's rainbow, it's
colorful.
It's great for video. Yes, colorful. There's that color again.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Just a good couple tips for social, and then also when you make your post to go with the video on social, just think about ways to like engage people.
Right.
When I post videos a lot in our groups, we have the Custom Apparel Startups group, and I just kind of like to ask questions that are going to make people respond to the video. So like opinions, we need your help.
And something I noticed that you always do when you're posting some of our new videos about some new products or anything, or not even maybe new products, just like the machine in general.
Right. You'll
ask, what have you guys been making with this? Or, what kind of,
Yeah, just something to make people like question and ask, what do they want to see?
Exactly.
That's a huge one. So like if, you're making videos for your business, your t-shirt business, and you ask what kind of t-shirt they want to see you make next,
you're bound to get some responses.
And then it also helps you out. Gives you some ideas for
that goes back to the very beginning when you're planning, you know. Like I said before, we do grab inspiration from our Facebook groups, and you know, communicating with our customers and making sure that we're giving them the content that they want to see and that they'll actually stay and watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Social is very important. It's kind of a learning thing. We have a couple other custom apparel startups podcasts that talk about just like learning and understanding social. I know I've done one before with Mark Vila, and videos are great. Just if you're trying to build your social presence as a business, I highly recommend shooting some videos. They don't have to be super crazy professional things to start out, but it's a great way to get people on your page and get likes and get follows.
Engagement.
Yeah. So
I guess that brings us into editing and what we, you know, use for our videos.
Yeah, so I do our editing, and I use a program called Camtasia. Now, it's, you know, just a program. I'm sure you've never heard of it. I had never heard of it. It's just a editing program. Now, when it comes to editing programs, there is super technical. There's super simple. There's program-based. There's also internet-based. So you can just Google, you know, an editor and do it online. But it's not. You don't need to have a super editor. I don't even have a super editor. There's Adobe Premiere, which is very high functioning, advanced editing, which is great. It's great for, you know, video editing, but it's not necessary.
It's definitely not necessary.
Definitely not necessary, especially for like a business usage. There's Final Cut as well, which is similar, but that's more people with Macs usually use Final Cut.
It's also a little bit advanced, just like Adobe Premiere Pro. So,
but one that a lot of people use, very popular, very easy to use, is iMovie. So of course, even if, like we said earlier, if you're shooting on an iPhone, you already have iMovie on your phone. It's very simple, and it's just for quick cuts. That's really all you really should be doing with videos for like a business kind of social purpose, is just cutting quick cuts. But those are just some common editors. There's really nothing crazy to it. You know, there's a learning curve there a little bit, but it's all practice. You know, practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
We say that a lot.
Oh yeah.
But just kind of seeing what works, and you know.
Exactly. Yeah. So I guess we'll get into some of the common mistakes that, you know.
Talking about seeing what works.
Exactly. And that, you know, we've made here as well. So lighting is huge. You know, you want to make sure that whatever you're filming is lit up correctly. Right?
Properly.
Yeah.
You don't want dark videos.
You don't want a dark video.
No one likes dark videos.
If you're shooting, you know, let's say, for example, we shoot a lot on our control panel for our embroidery machine.
You want to make
and the DTG. You want to make sure that with the lighting, you know, if we're using a ring light, you don't want that to show up or make a glare in your control panel screen.
Right. You'll see the ring.
Yeah, you'll definitely see it. We've shot video before and then had to redo it because you know there was a glare.
Right.
So you don't want it to be too dark, and you don't want it to obviously be too bright as well. Just find that happy medium, which is why we tend to jump back and forth between the ring light and the softbox light. Just you kind of have to find what works for you.
One thing I love to do, and unfortunately we don't really, you know, have that ability because machines have to be plugged in to power. But natural lighting is the best for video. So if you're going to be showing off like some t-shirts or some promo goods that you made on video, take them outside.
Right.
And maybe shoot some video like that. Natural lighting is your friend.
I agree.
Easy.
Something else, like Hannah mentioned before, is using a tripod. Obviously, you don't want to have any shaky video. No one's going to sit through and watch that.
It'll give people a headache. It'll make people dizzy. I have had Mark Stevenson say, you know, videos, this is making me dizzy before. Nobody likes it.
No.
Yeah.
So you can either have a tripod that we have one attached to our ring light, which works well for anything that we just don't really want to get too many angles of. It's just a straight on shot. Then we also use our gimbal, which is a lot more mobile. You attach your iPhone to it and you can kind of move around, but without, I don't know, how do I?
It just stabilizes
without shaking.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It stabilizes it, and you're still able to get all the angles that you need. So that's really great, and it's really not expensive either to purchase any of these items.
No.
Audio is super important. Always test your mics.
Oh, always test your mics.
Always test your mics.
Yeah.
That's something we ran into actually today.
Yeah, just audio in general. Like, so if you don't have mics, they're not that important. If you're gonna shoot video in front of a loud embroidery machine, then yeah, maybe
Or a DTG.
Yeah, because it does its
UV.
cleaning. Oh, the UV, that one, yep.
Yeah.
It will pick up background noise, just your regular iPhone audio. So maybe invest in a mic. They're, very affordable.
The lav mics are extremely affordable.
Yeah.
You can find them at Target.
Yeah,
or
Best Buy, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're still Best Buys, right?
Yeah.
Is it Radio Shack? There's not
Radio Shack,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Like iPhone audio is
It's really
good.
It's great. It's just, especially with machines. There's loudness, or if you're in your shop and you have employees and people are being loud, and a directional lavalier mic is going to be your friend. Just having crisp audio is important.
and it'll definitely make your videos stand out
Yes.
versus, having that background noise.
Yeah, I mean, even watching our videos from today, from years ago, or even like when I first started, there is a clear audio difference, and it's just like I watch old videos and it like gives me a headache.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, oh my goodness, like this is ancient.
Right.
This just sounds, there's something wrong. It just doesn't sound right. It makes a world of a difference.
Absolutely.
It adds to the professionalism of your videos, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's an easy thing. It's an easy fix. But if you do have the mics, you definitely test them.
Yeah, please test them.
It's technology.
Exactly. It's technology. You just never know.
Yeah, there's room for error. But
exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's honestly really
that's
all
that's
we
how
do.
we
It's
do
very
it.
simple.
Yeah.
It just takes a little bit of extra time to plan and kind of get everything together and then execute. It's just as simple as that. You will have some trial and error.
Oh yeah.
Hannah and I are not perfect at this.
No, yeah. We have our bloopers.
It takes some time, but that's part of the learning process, and I just think that makes
Absolutely.
us appreciate coming in and making videos every week.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's hopefully if you had questions on how we produce our videos, we answered some of them.
Right.
And hopefully this will kind of encourage you if you're thinking about doing videos of your own, and hopefully this will encourage you to start doing that. It is great for social if you want to grow your social presence, or
put a face to a business.
Yeah, if you're trying to add some personality to your business, a
Yes.
video is a great way to do it. A face or a voice. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So
I hope we answered everything for you guys.
yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed a different podcast. This was definitely not your usual Mark and Mark podcast, but it was fun.
It was fun.
So this has been Hannah Rago.
And Jess Santiago.
And, as Mark likes to say, have a great business.